appreciate you up here, sisters. I enjoyed so much. You know what I really miss? Two things I enjoy. Years of doing the LMS show. What a good gospel choir. And a fashion show. People ask me about this. Oh, I met a gentleman on the train. Oh, I remember those fashion shows. And you remember Andy's train with those fashion shows. I love those fashion shows. Oh, we used to have them. I mean, we had some good designers back then too. And we're gonna try to bring that back gradually. And we want to promote our fashion designers. These are names you haven't heard around the household, but these were names you will remember. Ladies and gentlemen, without no further ado, I want to give it up to
Virginia Cathey.
Virginia Cathey, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Lenny.
Tell us a bit about yourself.
A little about myself. Well, I've always been in the United States. I've grown up in Park Slope, Brooklyn all my life. I have 2 children, and I'm married, a 22-year-old and an 8-year-old. I've gone to the High School of Fashion Industries, and I touched FIT, though I didn't graduate there, but with the plethora of experience I've gained within this time frame, it definitely has served its purpose at this point.
You still live over in Park Slope?
Oh no, the rent is just too damn high.
Because it was like a working class neighborhood at one time, right?
Yes. I mean, it still is a working class, and it's getting even higher class. So, it's still a great area, especially now that when I moved, they opened up the movie theater. So there's now even more reason to go back.
How do you start fashion design?
Well, I think like most creative minds, it comes from need. My grandmother sewed. She sewed for her multiple children. I think it's about 7 or 8 of them. My Aunt Carol, God bless her soul as well, she made my graduation gowns as well as other graduation gowns for other people. And then there was me. My mother made our clothing, and I made it from a need of, things, you have to purchase things a little bigger to fit your length, or a little bigger to fit your rump. And sometimes, it's kind of not worth it when you got to take it home and still put in about 3 hours work. So you wind up trying to figure it out, turn it inside out, see how it works. And it really started from fixing up other things until I went to decided to go to the High School of Fashion Industries, and from there I kind of shot into it. They didn't teach me how to sew, but I learned all about the business aspects from there. All of my experience for sewing came from straight experience.
What was your very first show? Do you remember the very first show that you did?
Ooh, my very first show was probably at the school when I was going to Fashion Industries. I was, it was probably the year before I was pregnant, obviously. I graduated when my son was 5 days old. And so the year before that was my very first fashion show, along with a few students. We had to cater to a few different timely designs. And it was a nice knockout show. We even had our local newspapers come and push us, so it was really nice.
That's a good question. That was a good answer there, I'll tell you that. What was the worst experience you ever had?
I try not to talk about the worst experiences.
Well, we want you to let you know names.
However, they all come in different shades and colors. But I want to say one of them was a very unorganized show that I did out in Connecticut. I think it was Stamford, if I'm correct. And the organization was off, and half of the models didn't show, and You know, I don't think they promoted enough for enough people to be there. But you live and you learn. You know, I know to ask a few more questions and do a little more research.
Another question. Okay, on the paying aspect, when somebody promised you that they're going to pay you, did they tell you to wait for the night of the show?
I've had some funky dealings. I have some unmentionables. Yes. But you know, I call those my learning challenges. It allows me to stay and show face, even in the eye of destruction. So I've learned to keep a good face even within the midst of difficult times and issues. So I've learned a lot.
There was a gentleman I'll mention off the stage. In the book he mentioned, he said that he dealt with a promoter, and the promoter, he came, he went to the promoter's place in the office, and the promoter had a gun on his table. He had some bodyguards, and then this gentleman said, "Well, look, I want my money." And then he said, "You cheat me out." And he said, "Hey, no." He said, "All right, here." He threw that here, and he said, "Well, let me tell you one thing." He said, "I hope that you drop dead." And guess what happened? The guy died 4 months later on.
Oh no.
He called me SOB. I'll mention the name off the stage.
Oh my goodness. You should always treat everyone how you'd like to be treated.
That's right.
Always.
You brought two of your models along. What name you want?
Yes. I brought my Stephanie and Ruth, and I brought my Charlene Gedna with me. One of my, I have a slew of ladies, but these two ladies were available, and they are so fantastic, and I'm so grateful for their time today.
What kind of clothes do you design mostly?
I design clothing for the real woman. It's the best way that I can put it. It's pretty much for every stage in the game, from your street party to your red carpet to your conservative to your very not conservative. So it really depends on the moment. I offer a few collections, like the one I'm wearing. Me and my daughter are here today wearing a part of the Mommy and Me collection.
Oh, that's your daughter there, right?
Yes.
Oh,
So
you see that?
for the real women, we need to go up and down in our sizes. The clothing that I make caters to that as well as other things.
You mentioned to me you went to a place in a suburb of New Jersey, and your daughter was advertising. Is that true?
Oh my goodness, yes, please. My daughter, my future PR person, she did such a fantastic job out there in Montclair, New Jersey. We were at a preview of a show, and I also had an interview out there, and every person that came into the store, she handed them a card, explained to them what I do, what the collection is, the sizes I cater to. She promoted the model by name and size. It was crazy. I didn't even know she had it in her.
Give her a big hand.
Yes. I knew she was a character. I didn't know how much of a character. She can make money with that.
Well, yeah. In a few minutes, you're going to have one of your models come up, right? You must.
Yes. I'd like to have. Let's do Stephanie. If you could have Stephanie come
Okay.
up first.
Keep rolling.
Yeah, Stephanie. Come on
Okay.
up, Stephanie.
So what Stephanie is going to be wearing is a stretch jersey knit, and it is a leather that she's wearing. It's not actual leather, so that if you of it is a lot more comfortable, straight, direct on the skin. It's also a hooded bodysuit for the people like me who get cold. In the middle, you want to step out of the club for a second. You just don't want that sweaty neck catching all the air. You got a hood to throw on it. It doesn't hurt to add that extra, little shows, and this is now her second time with me, but we have a lot of plans together, so.
Go ahead, set up here. Give it up, set up here. Off the floor.
Okay, and now I have Shirley Gedna. What she's wearing is a satin and polyester leopard. Now this is a nice early piece from my Nemset collection. It was mostly inspired by an aunt of mine who is somewhat conservative but likes that flair and excitement. It flows nicely, shows up your curve without being too fitting. Yes, of course you have to make for full figure. Those are our real women. We go up and down as women. You know, we're bred to do that. So it's nice to get into these outfits that can, you know, allow you to feel comfortable as well as regardless of your size.
Give it up.
My name is Stephanie Root.
How you enjoy working with Virginia?
Of course, you know, I absolutely enjoy, love working with Virginia. She has the best personality. She's like the sweetest person that you met. From the first second I met her, we talked. You would have thought we knew each other for the whole day. We rode home afterwards. First fashion show.
Have you dealt with other fashion designers?
Oh, absolutely. I have.
How were they?
Not as friendly as Virginia. You may not be as lucky and as happy to. I'm telling you, me and Virginia, we talk like as if we're friends regularly. She calls, she checks upon you if you're having a bad time. She's the one. You just don't get that from everybody. Some people, when they're designers, they may think they're a little better than you. You are just a model. You know, you're doing what's working for me. So.
Stephanie, how you enjoy working with Virginia?
Oh, I absolutely love working with Virginia. Like she says, she's the nicest person, and we've done one show together, and I just can't wait to see what else we're gonna do together. I'm so excited to continue working with Virginia. Thank you.
How'd you meet Virginia?
I met Virginia because I auditioned for one of her runway shows, and she liked my look, and we wound up working together, and that was about it. But it's been great. I mean, as she does call you and check in, see how you're doing.
Don't you think that's important?
Oh, definitely.
Because I was reading this book. About the Navy SEALs. You know, the ones that could take people out the door. But they had to work. They have to work as a team and team effort. And one thing they said about in that book, they said about team. You have to check on everything because when one link goes down, the whole thing goes down.
And then also, it allows us to, you know, when she calls, it's like, heck yeah, I'll be there. You ask, I'll be there without any question because it's like she builds a relationship that when you're like. You wouldn't even think to be like, I'm not going to answer. You see her, you're like, well, not a bad, okay, Virginia, hi, good morning. You know, like, soon as. It's always pleasant. So, yeah, that's important. She got the leadership skills down.
I think that's so important. She don't micromanage you. Like, we know some people who micromanage. We'll mention that name on the air. Like a control freak. Is she a control freak?
No. She lets us do. You see her, she lets us get dressed. She just comes and fixes as long as her looks are doing it the way that she wants.
I'm glad you mentioned that's important in leadership because in most cases, you had let people do what they do the best. And then, I'm not saying sit back here and let them hopefully see it, but you have to. It doesn't have to be
You don't have to talk at a person. You can
Yeah.
talk to them.
Yeah.
She talks to you. She doesn't talk at you. And there's a difference when you have someone like, you do this, get that on, and that's it, versus, hey, how does this feel on you?
But you said that you met some people like that, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You won't make name designers though.
But those are the people that we don't jump out of bed for either, you know? It's
But
like,
suppose they call you today and tomorrow and say, well, and they know that you got what it take there, but you too, Stephanie.
Yes.
But listen, I mean, you would sit back here and jump out of bed or something like that with these people, right?
I would jump out of bed, but it wouldn't be as pleasant. But you know, sometimes when you wake up and you say it's going to be a bad day, you have a bad day. When you wake up and say it's going to be a good time, when you know you're in Virginia, it's going to be a good time. No matter what, no matter how long the wait is. Sometimes you can be behind a fast show for 12 hours before a show. But as long as we're fed, feed the hungry, feed the models. But we'll be good, yes.
Like I paid the crew.
Good with food, right? Good way is good tummy, right? Yes.
And I got to take care of the store. So we'll be business.
No business, right?
But what's your hobby? What you like to do in your spare time?
Okay. I hate to run it down like this, but I'm like a superwoman of many talents.
Name one, because we on the clock.
Okay. I do office work. I have my own little home cleaning business. I also am a model coach for thicker models.
You mean clean people?
I clean in homes. I clean homes.
How about people dirty apartments?
Don't wait till they die, right?
We're not going through that stuff. That's a little bit too much. But I do it all, and it's fun. I teach modeling. I teach codes, and I'm actually the pose director. I'm like great with posing for thicker models. It's just awesome. I've been doing that for a few years.
How about you, Steph? You say you're a vegetarian, right?
Yes, I'm a vegan.
Vegan.
But I'm an actor and I'm a writer, and I have recently started my own kids show for YouTube. It's called Steph's Stories.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. Give him a big hand.
Yes.
And it's just a little show I put together with little crafts you can do with your kid, and then a short story that I've written that goes along with the craft, and I use the craft to kind of illustrate the story.
How's the response?
It's going pretty well. I've worked as a babysitter since I moved here, so I know lots of families, and I'm always like, hey, I used to babysit your kids, show them this. So it's been great. It's a wonderful learning experience because I'm doing it entirely by myself, so it's a lot of work. No, I don't have kids yet.
You don't have no kids?
No.
You have kids?
I have one daughter who's 16 years old. Yes, a nice little teen, yeah.
Do you want her to go into modeling?
I would love if she went into modeling, but she just lets me do it all. She just wants to show off her mom. You know, look at my mom, look at my mom. I said, come on, get into it. But I teach her how to walk. She'll know secretly, but outside she won't tell me.
But she know how to strike a pose, right?
She better.
Strike a pose. Add another. Walk for me, diva.
Crack the whip.
Crack the whip. I would like to thank you all so much for joining Virginia.
Thank you for having us.
And we hope to bring you back, at a future date, okay?
Yes,
and
thank
show
you.
some more clothes, okay?
Yeah.
We'll probably sneak these two more models up here.
No problem.
Show a piece of each collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yes.
And I thank you so much.
I thank you. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. So I thank you for the opportunity.
I'll tell you this. When you're dealing with your guests, there's some guests that you just love, and then you have some guests you just rush them out the door.
Really?
But I enjoy working with you, and I tell people that this young lady got y'all got a bright future, and stay at it. Don't let nothing discourage you. I'll tell you, the most important thing, I keep learning all the time, even in this line of business, I read all the time.
Yes, you have
One must read. Do you agree with that?
I totally
You have to.
I mean, read books about like what other people, don't have to be in that particular profession. Because it's always a learning experience. I believe in that.
Never too old to learn.
No, I always say this, I end up with this. Somebody get in your house. they're gonna take everything. They're gonna take your big TV and everything. Wait a minute, but let me tell you, when you end up, you can take it down. I don't know what producer in charge got in back of it. Let me tell you, everybody, only thing that is safe are your books. Your books are safer, folks.
Yes.
There's a guy you read.
I totally agree. Stand in the bookstore, totally agree.
Your books are safe. Now, I'll end up with this real fast. It's just, I remember reading The Magnificent Monica run thing, and he talked about Sam Cooke. He said that Sam Cooke was a reader. And he used to sit back here and he said that don't put Sam Cooke in your house because he'd be reading everything in there. He'd be reading all the books. And he told Bobby Womack something very important. He said, reading is very important because that's how you learn about the world. Because you don't have to be in China. You don't have to be, you could be in China reading a book. I read about a book about from US 30, from New York to California. And boy, what an adventure it was. And I did that, like I'll read that jump in the car, read the book. And so I have Monday through Friday books and then I have Sunday books. But I would jump in the car, just driving along. But reading is so important. Having said, folks, what they say about I don't want to sit back and be racist. You put anybody, don't let be any race, any information you don't want somebody to know, you put it in a book. You don't have nothing to worry about them anymore. I thank you so much. And producer in charge, I don't know what we got left. What got left.
You trying to micromanage me?
No, I'm micromanaging you. Tell me what's coming up, will be coming up next, right here on the LMS show. And I thank you so much. I take it down. And thank you for listening to LMS Bookstore.
You need to get a quick look.
Yeah, let's get a quick look, right?
Walk on my knee.
Should we walk through? Or
Yeah, walk through, come on. And walk back.
And I want you to take your scarf off.
Going with some music with us. One more time, come on, girls. Come on. Yeah, it's gonna be a soundtrack of my own music. Very good. All right. That's it, Lenny?
Okay, everybody give it up for Rob Harris.
Thank you so much. Cut.
Oh, mother, don't you worry about me. Oh, mother, I don't want you to worry. I know my God. Yes, sir, Lord. Oh, mother, don't you worry. Oh, mother, don't you worry. I can tell the world, Lord, I know my God. Yes, sir, Lord. Oh, mother, yeah. Now, when I was a sinner, I was seeking the Lord. I knew I had to find God. My way was very hard. I saw my mother standing there with tears in her eyes. She said, son, why don't you give him your soul and let him take control? I said, mother, I've been praying both night and day, but it seemed like to me that God don't want to hear me pray. But I promise you that I won't give up till they set my soul free. And oh, mother, you don't have to worry about me now. This is a love song. We need it today. Everybody needs love. It goes something like this. Love power.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that love power. If you love the Lord, put your hands together. About that love power. I'm talking about that love power. Got to tell you about that love power. Got to tell you about that love power. Oh, listen, I'm talking about my Jesus love, the kind that will save your soul. I'm talking about His love that sometimes make right from wrong. Talking about a feeling get way down in your soul. I'm talking about my Jesus love. That's what you got and you can't leave it alone. Talking about His love power. People, we need more love power. We all let Jesus love light shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Oh, Lord, I'm talking about my Jesus love, the kind that'll make you love your sisters and brothers. I'm talking about His love that sometimes make right from wrong, yeah. Talking about His feeling get way down in your soul. Talking about my Jesus love. That's what you got and you can't leave it alone, yeah. Come on, everybody, put them hands together. We'll have a good time with this. Whoa.
Put your hands.
You can't leave alone. You can't leave my Jesus love alone. Yeah, I'm talking about His love. He's your love. He's my love. He's your love. He's my love. He's your love. He's my love. He's your love. Talking about His love power. People, we need more love power. Here's what we can do. We all let Jesus love. Come on. Oh, let it shine. We need His love early in the morning. We need His love late at night. I know my Jesus. He told me He will make it all right. Listen, don't you want His love? Got to have His love. Don't you want His love? Got to have His love. Don't you want His love? Got to have His love. Yeah, oh yeah. Talking about His love power. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Rolling, keep rolling.
Okay, everybody give it up for Rob Harris.